Good morning. It is 9 UTC on, what is it, Thursday the 9th of January, 2025. Just doing a little market update on Bitcoin. So the big thing here is we are still seeing aggressive longs into the downside. We're continuously losing levels. We've lost the monthly, the weekly, even the yearly open now has been lost. We're still looking for a bearish backtest there. Long stepping in really hard. We're about 2-to-1 long to short, which is not great for retail. Majority of the retail traders are longing. What does that mean for the market? Well, it probably means that they're getting wrecked, which just means market downside is still the continuation that we're looking for. On the liquidation side, yep, we're grinding down into this downside move. The price action structure very, very clearly is long trappy, right? Grinding and down, that is how you trap longs and trap retail. That's what we're still seeing. We've got a big chunk below us. I'm still kind of waiting for that capitulation wick into this zone. How deep that goes is a question. We're overdue for a little bit of a bounce, though, just because there's some stuff we want to retest. We don't really want to see gains above 95K. If we do that, we're looking for probably a larger retest back towards, call it 99, something like that. But for the time being, you've got really strong downside priority. Based on the liquidity in the order book here locally, you've got quite a bit of stuff stepping in to try and hold this local low. Nothing really matters low time frame until you start getting little regains back above 93.3, 93.4, the stuff that effectively this is the yearly open, where we would want to see some type of regains to test higher. There's still a big block order above us, putting pressure to the downside as far as shorts. So looking over to the TradingView charts, what we're looking at now is very simple. We're seeing a capitulation downside move. There's a lot of stuff that we can do below us. There's really big overlapping support down here at 92K. Oh, and I didn't misspoke. 93.5 is the yearly open. It's not 93.4, it's 93.5. That's where we'd want to see some type of regain, and anything that starts to regain this, we'll get a snap move back up to retest the daily open. Whether we continue it or not, I think we still continue down. Gaining the daily back starts to flip the local priority, where we'd want to see a December retest. Again, we're seeing resistance level after resistance level to come in as we're grinding to the downside. So the priority is still down. You're still looking for lower. It is overdue for a little correction move back up. I think right now we're still looking for that kind of like tap on the yearly open and more downside, more grindy. Nothing really attractive yet. The one thing that sticks out is there is a lot of overlapping demand, a lot of overlapping support down here at 92K, even all the way down to the lows. If we do sweep the lows here, it starts to look really terrible on a higher time frame. So what I would like to see, if anything, is if we sweep the lows, I'd love to see a really nasty wick that probably goes sub 90K, followed by a really strong buyback that then squeezes back through the yearly open and go higher. I think that's overdue, and I think based off of liquidity, there's enough here that can easily fuel a further down move. The one thing that we have going for us as well is that anything under about 87K is quite thin. So I don't see the full capitulation. People are talking about like 70K and stuff. I don't see that happening. 76K is probably the worst case scenario based on it being a giant CME gap. But for the timing, it looks all right. Just to show something as well, as we've got a new update coming out for the Algo Master side. This one, has everything that we've built and optimized into one platform. The cool thing here is that we're also seeing that this is the massive amount of the volume in this zone. So I'd say 92K, if there is some type of push off down there, that's where you want to see some type of reaction bullishly. Like I said, you're still in demand. You're in this kind of like macro support structure. We're still in a short. We actually got the re-add to continue this. It actually started shorting the first breakdown, which is nice to see. So it's still following the downside move. Still happy with it. If we do start to regain stuff, like I said, regaining the daily open is the likely flip that starts to get us thinking bullishly again to try and grind our way back out of it. But until that changes, you have retail stablecoin demand stepping in really, really high, in the sense that people are exiting crypto, but the perpetual and futures traders for retail, they're still trying to trade it long. So for that to happen, we want to see a flip of the price action structure. Instead of downside grindy, we want to see upside grindy, followed by a couple rips through liquidity in general. So big plan here, very simple. You're at massive high time frame support. It's a great place for taking a profit on some of the shorts. If you do start seeing the flip, make sure you see confirmed gain of levels until you really start pressing the green button, and you want to see retail trying to short it. Until that changes, you still technically have downside. I think we're getting closer to a potential capitulation move. We'll see. But like I said, the invalidation of the downside locally, you need a gain of the yearly open, obviously, but gaining back the daily. Until then, these are all levels you could bearishly reject from. So that's that. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.